Okay, welcome to the Montgomery County Commission meeting for Tuesday, June 27th. Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Lieberman, Commissioner Rice,
Here.
Commissioner Dodge.
Here, stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first up today, we have one of our favorite things that we do each month, and that is to make a big deal over a puppy or a dog that's getting ready to find a forever home. You want to come up and talk about it?
Hello, will you be able to hear me if I'm talking at this level? Okay, I know I did that wrong last time. I am Lauren Todd. I am here with the Montgomery County Animal Resource Center. We are very happy to be here. I'm an animal care provider, and that means that I'm one of the folks that takes care of the dogs. Personally, I clean up after them. I do any kind of training that's necessary, and we're also responsible for nutrition, things like that. This here is Zeppelin. He is most likely a pit bull mix, but he's such a good boy. He's been with us since about Christmas. He's 7 years old and was abandoned by a citizen when they were evicted from their residence. He's a big, friendly guy, and he loves everyone, and he especially loves treats. He recently attended an event at the Dayton Dragons Stadium where he met literally hundreds of people and loved everyone and did great with everyone. So if you're looking for a new companion, Zeppelin is a great option. There are lots of ways that you can help us at the Animal Resource Center with dogs like Zeppelin, or I'm sorry, he's doing really cute tricks right now. He's doing handshakes. He knows how to do that. He's very smart.
I'm distracting us, so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Steve, DATV, can you see the dog okay? Okay,
Awesome.
yeah. We want to make sure he's shown on TV because it's a sweetie.
The first way that you can help us out is to adopt. This provides a great home for dogs like him and a loving companion for you. In fact, the Animal Resource Center is partnering with Best Friends, an animal society, to host an adoption event this weekend as part of their National Adoption Weekend. On Friday, June 30th from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., and Saturday, July 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. All adoptions will be free at no cost to the adopter. We will still offer our full range of services for dogs adopted from us, including spaying and neutering, vaccinations, microchipping, dog licensing, heartworm testing, and training. If you are unable to adopt, you can still offer some assistance to our dogs by considering fostering. June is National Foster a Pet Month, and opening your home, even temporarily, for one of our dogs offers them respite from life in our shelter. For a dog like Zeppelin, who has been waiting for his forever home, or an opportunity to heal up from a wound or injury in a quiet environment, or even life-saving care, such as for abandoned 3-day-old puppies that came to us last Friday.
Oh, wait a minute, back that up. What?
3-day-old
Yeah,
without the mother?
3-day-old puppies?
without the mother. Yeah.
Oh,
And we get situations like that all the time that need people to step up and take care. So some of our employees have been taking care of them at home in their free time.
oh.
Are they okay?
So far,
So
they've
far?
been chugging along. Yeah, they really need their mother, but we haven't been able to find her. But you can get more information about becoming a foster by going to our website, mcanimals.org, and clicking on the Get Involved link. Or you can call us at 937-898-46 4457 and ask for Steve Glarden, our outreach coordinator. Are there any questions I can answer?
You say he's about 7?
Yes,
Okay.
that's our estimate.
Aw.
Can I get a picture of the dog shaking one of your hands?
Pardon? What are we doing?
Sure.
Okay. What are we doing?
Do it when you ask him to. Hey, buddy.
We will give you one of these.
Oh, okay.
We will do everything including your taxes for one of these. He normally
I'll
does,
tell my husband that.
well, he normally doesn't give you a
Can you
schedule.
see it?
I might
Can you
deduct.
see it? Okay, sit. Does he sit?
Oh, yeah. Show him the street.
Here. Okay, okay. All right, perfect. Okay. Okay. Sit. Oh, okay. You're really trying.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, nice.
He sometimes shakes with both hands, so watch out that you don't see both his paws coming at you.
Well, I don't see my hands out there.
He says, I've done it too many times.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yes.
Okay, so that's his size. He won't get any bigger. It's 7.
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obviously with diet and exercise, he could get very much bigger, but, I say lots of diet and little exercise, he could get very big. But yeah, this is about big. Come on, big man.
Thank you. Oh, now I need it.
Before we step aside, I would be remiss if I didn't thank one of the commissioner's own employees who's sitting in the audience back here, who signed up to be one of our fosters and is fostering one of our dogs right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Miss
Oh,
Abby
yeah.
Cochran.
He talks about it all the time.
Yeah, so she's doing fantastic.
Good. Well, thank you very much.
You're very much welcome.
Oh, good dog. Okay. Next up, county engineer.
Thank you, Commissioner. County Engineer's Office has 2 resolutions today. Resolution 856, authorizing agreement with A&A Safety for the 2023 pavement marking program. Various county and township roads at their lowest and best bid of $553,822.40 through November 3rd, 2023. Resolution 857, release 100% of the cash sidewalk bond provided by Oberra Land Developers for Somerset Section 5, Washington Township in the amount of $5,381.05.
I move to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to go to a few of the late agenda items. County prosecutor.
Thank you, Commissioners. On behalf of the County Prosecutor, Matthias A. Check Jr., we have Resolution 882. This is to amend the agreement with Mark Evans, Jeffrey D. Harris, and Arthur P. Schulteis, attorneys at law at the firm of Bricker and Eckler LLP, which is now known as Bricker Graydon LLP, to act as special legal counsel to include, but not limited to, the Board of County Commissioners and the Office of Management and Budget for legal counsel and education for the American Rescue Plan Acts, or ARPA, allocation and eligible uses by adding $100,000 to the original amount for a revised total of $150,000.
Move to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the next one, let's go ahead and do Board of Elections. Jeff Roselbeck, he's not here, is he?
Okay, thank you, Commissioners. Under the Board of Elections, we have Resolution 859, authorize the donation of 40 blue election bins to the Shelby County, Ohio Board of Elections as permitted by Section 30712 of the Ohio Revised Code. We also have one late item, Commissioners, Resolution 883, authorize a return agreement with the Election System and Software LLC for the return of 80 DS200 precinct scanners with ballot boxes and carrying cases for a refund of $120,000.
Move to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, County Sheriff.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Sheriff, we have Resolution 858, authorize the purchase through a state term contract from Motorola Solutions, Inc. for portable radio units and accessories in an amount not to exceed $275,412.86 through December 31st, 2023.
Move to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, County Administrator.
Under the County Administrator, under the Clerk's Office, we have approved the minutes of the meetings on June 20th, 2023. Resolution 860, approval of bills. Resolution 861, approval of travel and expenses. Resolution 862, approval of personnel actions. All three lists are available in the clerk's office.
Move to approve.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Administrative Services, Tyler.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have quite a few resolutions for you today, as well as one late item, beginning with Resolution 863, which authorizes a purchase through a Sourcewell agreement for Siemens Industry for Desigo CC software, user licenses, database installation, and support for the Facilities Management Department in an amount not to exceed $124,337.42. Resolution 864 applies for a grant with the Ohio Emergency Management Agency for use of funds made available under the FEMA Building Resilient Infrastructure in Communities, also known as BRIC, grant ending September 29th of 2023. Resolution 865 solicits requests for qualifications for the Juvenile Justice Center probation relocation and renovation project. The following resolutions authorize price agreements for the Environmental Services Department with options to extend. The first is 866 with Everett J. Prescott Incorporated for ductile iron and pipe fittings through June 30th of 2024. 867 is with Barrett Paving Materials Incorporated for crushed stone, sand, and gravel for asphalt through June 30th of 2025. Resolution 868 is with Barrett Paving Materials Incorporated for crushed stone, sand, and gravel for aggregate through June 30th of 2025. And 869 is with Phillips Companies for crushed stone, sand, and gravel, also for aggregate through June 30th of 2025. And the late item is Resolution 884, and this approves the fundraising event by Planned to Give at Courthouse Square on July 22nd of 2023.
I move to approve.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Did you want to say something about the
Tyler.
Courthouse Square?
Yes, Commissioners, thank you. Tyler, you want to give an explanation of the change of what's going on, especially with the liquor license and a planned event for the late item?
That's right. So the state has made some changes to their application and the way that it's formatted from the state. So this agreement basically gives us the ability to approve and consent to this event and liquor being served at this event.
Okay, thank you. Environmental Services.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. For Environmental Services, the first one, Resolution 870, we'd like to pull that. Resolution 871, approve the plan, specifications, and estimated cost of $1,600,000 and solicit bids for the construction of water facilities for the Bayside and Barrett Water Main Replacement Phase 3 project. And Resolution 872, accept the easement deed for a sanitary sewer line through property belonging to Bobby J. and Greg A. Barnett in connection with the development of Sheets, Benchwood, and record the same.
Move to approve.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Human Services.
Good afternoon. We have a couple resolutions this afternoon. The first for Human Services Plan Development, Resolution 873, is to terminate their agreement with the Montgomery County Arts and Cultural District and Matthew T. Dunn, effective immediately. And then we have some amendments to agreements to increase funds and extend the terms through June 30th of 2024. And these are the Ohio Children's Trust Fund recommendations from the Western Ohio Regional Council. 874 is the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Greater Dayton Miami Valley, Inc. for the Youth Mentoring Program by adding $40,000 to the original amount for a revised total of $96,500. 875 is Elizabeth's New Life Center for the Parent Cafe Program by adding $66,071.91 to the original amount for a revised total not to exceed $132,143.82. 876 is West Ohio Community Action Partnership for the Nurturing Parenting Program by adding $92,123.60 to the original amount for a revised total not to exceed $184,247.20. The last resolution is 877 for Omega Community Development Corporation for the Parent Cafe Program by adding $26,544 to the original amount for a revised total of $53,088.
I move to approve.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Business Services.
Thank you, Commissioner. Under Business Services, I have 4 resolutions for you today. Under Workforce Development, 0878, amend the agreement with JOG Miami Valley doing business as Yes for Youth for in-school, out-of-school employment and training services, amount not to exceed $500,000, extend the term through June 30th, 2024. Under Community and Economic Development, the next two authorized EDGE agreements, 0879 City of Miamisburg for the Yaskawa America project, an amount not to exceed $350,000 or 1.6% of the total project cost, whichever is less. And finally, 0880 City of Germantown for the Dupps Company project, an amount not to exceed $350,000 or 2.3% of the total project, whichever is less.
I move to approve.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Under County Commissioners, 23-0881, reappoint Amy Shrimp and Michael Rediger to serve on the Montgomery County Convention Facilities Authority Board, CFA, through December 31st, 2026.
I move to approve.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have a few comments from several citizens today. Let me look here first. Yvonne Currington. Yvonne, you want to come up? You know the routine by heart.
Unfortunately. My name's Yvonne Currington. I live at 250 Trailwoods Drive, Dayton, Ohio, 45415. I am a member of the Montgomery County Jail Coalition, among others. But today I'm here because I want to talk about, once again, as a coalition member, a community member, and a registered nurse, I am appalled at the number of deaths that have occurred in the last 6 months in the county jail. 6. And most of them, from what I read in the Dayton Daily News, is that they're due to drug overdoses. How drugs are getting into the jail is a question that I have, because I know that the inmates don't have direct contact with visitors and mail is scrutinized and gone through and that sort of thing. I know when I worked in the ER, we had people who had drugs stuffed in body cavities, but I can't imagine that people who are getting arrested are anticipating that they're going to jail, so they do that. Now, they may, I don't know. I want to know if you all know anything about what the investigations about the deaths have revealed, other than people have died. How are drugs getting into the jail? Is there enough qualified staff with adequate training? Because that was an issue during the Justice Committee. I was a part of that, so I've been involved in this for about 6 years. They didn't have enough staff, didn't have adequate education, and is that still a problem? Because that has to be fixed. Because people can't keep dying. These are human beings, folks. We all know that, and it affects every one of us, even if you don't know anybody or have a family member or a relative or an acquaintance who's involved with drugs and alcohol and mental health. There are, people who do, or your family knows people who do. These are humans. We have to help take care of them. I hear there's a high turnover at the jail, and if they still, at the time of the Justice Committee, they weren't providing total education until they've been there a year. And to me, that was the reason why people don't stay, if they don't have proper education. And what about NAV care? Are there enough RNs? The situation is probably even worse now than it was 6 years ago when the Justice Committee was formed, in that there are more people with multiple comorbidities. These aren't otherwise healthy human beings that are coming into the county jail, and they need more actively educated people to take care of these folks and look out for them. I want to know what's being done about that. Is the county going to continue with NAV care? What do you see as your role in this ongoing crisis, and do you have any solutions for what's going on? Because this can't go on, and we will continue to protest any way we can. I will anyway. And I know that you care about what happens to people in this community, but I want to know what you're going to do. 6 is too many in 6 months, that's for sure. I thank you for your time.
Thanks, Yvonne. Yes, obviously we are very, very concerned. Legally, we cannot discuss the case because it's being looked at. So we're not permitted talking specifics about it. I don't know, Michael, if you want to address NAV care or anything.
That's correct. We are supportive of NAV care because NAV care is our behavioral health provider, and we're going to continue to work with the team in NAV care to make the situation better. So we're not going to target NAV care, but these cases are all under investigation right now until we get the results of these investigations. then we will know what necessary steps we need to take place. And until that point, we're not going to discuss them until we can bake out what's going to happen from that. So once these investigations go forth, then we'll know a set of next steps that we need to do.
Can I ask a question? How long do you think that's going to take?
I can't give you an answer on that. There are multiple lines of investigatorial components involving these cases, and we need to let the process play itself out.
Okay, well, we'll be back.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up is Mary Miller.
Hello, my name is Mary Miller. I live at 229 Colgate Avenue, Dayton, 45417. And my main concern is the safety of West Dayton. When we put the library there, I don't think they considered crossing the highway to get to it, or the fact that it would require half of West Dayton to be able to cross the highway. There have been different things discussed, getting a shuttle, which makes no sense. It's spending more money daily. But what they haven't talked about is a archway or a crossover, like they have out at Wright State, that crosses the entire 675 highway on both sides. I think something like that would do good along 35, because you have 35 going east that is completely desolate land. It could make a nice crossover. You wouldn't have to worry about the kids standing at that crosswalk, because that is a big concern, or the cars coming and going, paying attention, because they come off of the hill. You know, at night, no one's paying attention. Luckily, it stays daylight until 9, but you know, you have to build that into the infrastructure of a library that serves West Dayton. My other concern is RTA. They're supposed to be a part of the infrastructure of Montgomery County, and I don't think Mr. Rosinski gets it. He's taken away a 36 community service in the senior Easy Ride. It was only $1. He could have raised the price to $2.50. It still would have been vital, and it would have provided the service to 36 communities. These communities serve more disabled and seniors than most ever think about. But if you're going to catch a bus and you have to cross a main street of traffic, you put yourself in jeopardy. Whereas the Easy Rider came to your door, picked you up, and brought you back. It provided a service for, God, I know Minnie Fields was around when it got turned, and for him to just disregard it and take it away, we were told by Mr. Williams that it would be 18 months. Well, it's been 2 years almost. We need that service back. We don't care if you do a price increase. Get the service back. People are breaking hips. They're getting hit by cars, and nobody cares. Start caring. Do something about getting that service back. And I'd like to spend my last 10 seconds. How do you become a commissioner, or not commissioner, but a sitting trustee on the RTA board? Because I would like to apply for that position. I'm tired of going to meetings and not being heard.
Ms. Mayor, I'd like to address a few of your points just to point you in the right direction. If the commission is okay, the West Dayton Library, if you get a chance, maybe engage with the city of Dayton. It's in the jurisdiction of the city of Dayton. So you might want to talk to the city leadership on next steps as far as any ideas around the library and transportation between the neighborhood crossing 35 over. And I've heard the shuttle idea, so you should engage with the city of Dayton on that to remedy that. On the RTA, it's the same thing. They have a separate board. Both boards, city of Dayton and the RTA, are outside of our jurisdiction.
Doesn't the county?
We have some appointing authority to the RTA. We do. And your third question, you might want to think about engaging in the community to be sponsored as a candidate before one of those boards, if that's something you're interested in doing at some time in the future. And we can talk to you offline about that. Thank you very much, Ms. Mary. We appreciate you being here.
Okay. Next is Georgia Cox.
Good afternoon. I'm Georgia Cox, living at 4191 Maple Leaf Drive in Dayton, 45416. I am with the Montgomery County Jail Coalition. I usually come and just sit to offer support, and that was my intention today also. And then a second matter came up, but something has come up regarding the Jail Coalition's concerns. I heard very well that the respectful commissioner mentioned that you could not speak about the case. We have not asked anyone to speak on the cases. What we have asked is, what do you see as your role to help to mitigate, stop this cycle of deaths? And something I have thought of in our discussions, I don't think people with drug issues need to go to the jails. If you check to see people who are sent for care where they can detox from their drug habits, we don't hear of deaths. But we taking these people to a place where they cannot be properly cared for, and we keep having these deaths. I know you're all smart. There's a reason we don't let firemen set fires and then turn them out, go put them out. We cannot keep sending people in places where this cycle is continuing. So please help us there. But one of the things that came up is I am concerned that people cannot come to meet and address you without being concerned about parking. And so I've just food for thought. I know it's not part of your protocol right now. I understand maybe since as far back as 2009. But there was a time where if people came to the county commission meeting, there was somebody here who would validate their parking and they could leave. I don't think that if this room was, I don't foresee people packing this room up, but even if the residents, people were to come to try to talk to you, fill this room, I don't think it would make us broke. So if you would please consider validating parking for people who want to come and talk to you, so they don't have to make an appointment to meet with you one-on-one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for addressing that.
Thank you.
I don't think I was here when they did the parking. So somehow those years have gone on. They've let that go. So thank you. Appreciate that.
One more.
Okay. Okay, Willie. Next up is Willie. You made it just in the nick of time.
Willie Feaster. I would just like to talk. Tuesday, I was working down at Fifth Third Field picking up trash. And I know a guy, I've been knowing him for about 6 years, so he didn't have room to go. I let him sit in my car. I said, cause you don't work there but a couple of hours, then you gone, you know? So come out, he took off. I called him out like, Bear, where you at, man? Come back with the car. He didn't want to come back, so, you know, next morning, 6 o'clock, he started texting, I'm on my way, he didn't come. You know, I lost the keys, took me through all that. So I went out here to the detective Sullivan, he called him on the phone. He said, listen, man, we ain't trying to take you to jail. All we want you to do is leave Willie's car somewhere. He can come pick it up, man. You got a 2-hour grace period. He don't, I ain't studying that, you know. You got this little girl waiting. So the end of the story is, Friday out in the rain. Police get behind him. He take off. Boom! Like that. Go down through the intersection and run into a telephone pole. Split the pole, run the pole out in the middle of the street. Him and the little girl in there smashed up. Damn near to death. I went out to Sandy's to look at my vehicle. Somebody gave me a ride out there, man. Seriously. Blood sucked with it everywhere. Wheels all knocked off. You know, the stern column gone. You know, the window knocked out. So much blood, like death. I was like I was looking at human death. You know, I've been in a lot of places. And the girl done had 2 surgeries since Friday. Both of them still in critical condition. All this over nothing. You know, yeah, you had a little misdemeanor warrant. But the irony of this here, I lost so much in that. I lost a lot, man. I was going to work every day, like Tip City. You know, the burden he put on me is hard. I talked to the detective this morning. Really, it's really nothing we can do. You know, it's really nothing but a misdemeanor now because you have a time limit for a person to not turn the car in before it's a felony. So all you're really doing now is chasing nothing but a baby misdemeanor, you know, which I'm not going to chase, a baby misdemeanor. You know, the injuries that this young man, this girl is going to suffer for the rest of their life is way more than going to the county jail for 3 days, 5 days. They're going to carry scars physically and probably mentally forever to the day they die behind a stupid, because we all may have made mistakes, man. I mean, you look at a person who made 150 of them, but the mistakes we make can have grave lifetime consequences, man. You know, and you only have a split second to make that mistake. And that split second cost them more than he ever would have thought about when he ran in that pole doing 100 miles an hour out there in the rain. Cost him a whole lot, man. Instead of just standing there waiting, you know, going down this county jail for a few seconds, you know, a couple of days and get back out. You know, but we can't undo the mistakes we make, man. Once we make them, we got to live with them for life, man.
Thank you, Mr. Feaster.
Thank you. Okay, comments by county administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. Some really good news today. We've got some special guests here today. Our engineers from Environmental Services Department brought home a well-deserved award for their hard work on stream restoration projects. So congratulations to the team. Let's give a round of applause for them. Now, erosion is a common problem around the world, and to include right here in our own backyards, there are problems that are so severe, they threaten our infrastructure and above ground and below ground. So Matt is here to talk a little bit more about some of the challenges we have, but to also introduce all the team, have them stand, and some special guests that we have here. So Matt.
Yes, thank you, Michael. The engineers with us today bring years of experience from their time here in Montgomery County. This knowledge is extremely valuable to our department, and I'm grateful for their expertise. Charlie Schaefer and Renee Miller are here with us today. They are two of our most knowledgeable staff and are trusted with some of our biggest projects. Another engineer, Dave Hodson, could not join us today, but he is also a core member of the department. So, and as Michael mentioned, these projects were aimed at alleviating stream erosion issues impacting environmental services, sanitary sewer collection, and water distribution infrastructure. Area erosion is most notable in areas near streams, creeks, and rivers. Our department, along with the consultants from Strand Associates and Sustainable Streams, identified ways to protect infrastructure and stabilize local streams by way of rock armoring, channel realignment, installation of grade control, and more. Our team has tackled 15 different sites in the span of 5 years with a total budget of $5 million. This is an enormous feat. While all 15 projects are notable and critically important, I wanted to share one with you today. Grant Park, which is maintained by the Centerville Washington Parks District, sits along Holes Creek. The creek had become so severely eroded, it threatened several sanitary lines that run below the creek bed. Our team worked to divert and rechannel approximately 1,000 linear feet of new stream to eliminate the oxbow section of the stream segment. It is because of these projects and our staff's dedication to solving this problem that the team was awarded the Ohio Stormwater Association's 2023 Government Project Award. This project took a lot of coordination, leadership, and creativity, and I'm proud of our team. Thank you for all you do. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Adam Athmer from Strand, who is here with us today. He would help work on this project. But more importantly, Adam is a former environmental services co-op back in 2009 to 2012 when he was a UD engineering student, which I'd like to segue into quickly mentioning our department's co-op program. It just so happens this summer we have 9 co-ops and interns with us. We are very excited to have these students to assist us with various projects and initiatives. We see this as a win-win. These co-ops help us out on various projects, and it in turn helps them learn, grow, and gain experience that will help them when they graduate and enter the job market. Throughout this summer, they will be visiting the commission meeting to see how our local government works, and today we have 3 of them with us. So I'd like to introduce them to everyone. So if you could please stand. With us is Katie Whitman. She is a junior environmental engineering student at The Ohio State University. And Reagan McGee, she is a senior chemical engineer at Ohio University. And Aaron Sieber, a junior mechanical engineering technology major at University of Dayton. So these 3 students are currently working on several capital projects under the leadership of our Assistant Director, Tiffany Petrie. Tiffany, you can stand up. We have 3 water main replacement projects currently underway. And these areas are where we suspect the service line material is lead. So they're working with our contractor to identify the service line location and material and entering that data into our CMMS and GIS systems. I think total of these 3 projects, there's 1,500 service lines in that area. This information so we can correctly address the lead in our system and to use that data to apply for grants. So Tiffany's team also has 3 more co-ops that could not be with us today, but they'll be visiting later. They're from Central State University, a part of our land grant program that we're on our 5th year of. These co-ops are working on advancing our flow monitoring program. This is a program where wastewater flow is measured in various locations in our sewer system and is used to update our sewer model. Some of the funds from the land grant are used for flow meters and other sensor devices, as well as the systems used to support them. This helps us identify inflow and infiltration and nutrient loading in the sewer system. This involves field sampling and in-depth analysis of the wastewater. And the reason they couldn't be here today is our flow monitoring consultant flew in town this week to train them on the collection and analysis tools. And I think today they're out in the field, so I hope it stays dry. It looked like rain when I was coming in today. So the other 3 co-ops, they'll visit later. They're in our field services group under the direction of Assistant Director Keith Baker. They work on various projects related to water quality, operations and maintenance projects, easement management, and they have a water service material identification program as well. So I'm very appreciative of the staff at Environmental Services that takes the time to teach and train these students. And I have talked to some of the employees that are involved, and I've heard nothing but great things about our current students. We have an outstanding class this summer.
Awesome.
Thank you, Matt, and also thank you, yes, I thought that's what I thought we were going to do. So you took the words, Commissioner.
Okay. It does.
Can I shift everybody a little bit this way so I have the logo right behind you? Okay. Adam, I'm gonna bump you in the back if you can rally underneath, please. Renee. Thank you, Adam. The other over, please. Michael. Okay. I know. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take another one. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
And Rand Park is close to my house, so now I'm gonna have to hide. Will I be able to tell? All right, I'm gonna take a picture to prove I did. I'm gonna be thinking of you when I'm there. And welcome to the students. consider a career in public service, because we need bright, creative, top of the class students like you to bring all that wealth of energy and enthusiasm and ideas to solving our future problems. And we know that water is so vital, and it's going to be vital for all of our lifetimes. And to keep the quality and just the contributions to life, it's beyond words. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We hope you have a fantastic experience, and we are blessed to have you with us. Thank you.
Okay, well, guess what next Tuesday is? 4th of July, Independence Day. We're not going to have a Board of County Commissioners meeting next week. I'm sure you're all pretty upset about that.
Nobody'd be here.
I know. The one exception is our solid waste district. Thank you, Matt. That's going to be open with limited hours from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., but there is no household hazardous waste pickup next Tuesday. So there's always fireworks going on and off all the days leading up to July 4th. So please remember your little four-legged friends, because that scares the heck out of them. So please pay attention. And if anything, you might want to sit and stay with your dog all those days, which wouldn't bother me any. But anyway, but if you have a basement, that would help muffle the sound of the fireworks. So I appreciate everybody paying attention to that. And also, as we celebrate the 4th of July, please keep in mind the veterans who have served and the men and women still serving in our armed forces to keep us free. Please know we appreciate you as well as your families, because they also make a lot of sacrifices. Now, on another topic, the gauntlet has been thrown. Montgomery County will be in a friendly competition with the city of Dayton, Five Rivers Metro Parks, and any other local entity that wishes to join. The aim is to engage our employees to increase their sustainability efforts. From taking the stairs to driving an electric car, every act counts. So go to bringyourgreen.com to learn more about the fun online platform that turns sustainability into a game. The competition will run through November of this year. All county entities are encouraged to participate, and Dayton Regional Green will present $3,000 in cash prizes to those who bring their green and lead the competition. So I think we're ready to go on that.
Absolutely. I think that's launching officially on Friday, right?
Yep.
So looking forward to it. I took a sneak peek and actually took a quiz, and I got 100%. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. So get on there and encourage everyone, I believe our goal, Megan, is 2023 participants. It's a lofty goal, but I know everybody in this room knows at least 5 people that they can get to join the challenge, and we can all, no matter where we live, make a difference in the environment. So I'm excited about that one, if you can't tell. And all I have to add to what we talked about is just a reminder that what they talked about at the beginning of the meeting, that June's National Foster a Pet Month.
Mm-hmm.
And we really, really do need foster care families, individuals, and our own Abigail walked in thinking she'd think about it, and lo and behold, she left that very day with a pet that's worked out well so far. And so if you are willing to learn more or sign up to become a foster, go to mcanimals.org and visit the Get Involved page. And Friday and Saturday of this week, there will be free adoptions at the Ark as part of National Adoption Weekend. Free, important word, free, F-R-E-E, free. And this adoption includes license fees, which will be covered by donations from the National Best Friends Society. And I must say, hats off to our team at the Animal Resource Center 2 weeks ago. I spent a half day out with them at the dispatch line, listening to calls coming in, as well as spending most of the morning with an animal control officer We were trying to chase down 2 pit bulls that were on the loose. We never found them, but we think their owner probably found them and brought them home. But it definitely gives one a different perspective on the roles. And so I'm thrilled that our community will embrace all of these pets and move them out of the Animal Resource Center. But I also want to salute all of the individuals who work year-round, 24/7, 365 days a year at our Animal Resource Center for the incredible work they do. When you sit there and witness it for yourself, you realize the challenges that we all face. So have a great 2 weeks, since we won't be meeting this coming Tuesday.
Our next one is July 11th.
Absolutely.
1:30.
Thank you. I move to adjourn.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.